So Sagittarius, this is Marcus from Kingoflionsoracle Oracle, back in another Tarot Oracle reading here for you. So this reading is going to represent July 2022. Okay, so I'm going to get you some Oracle cards just so we can get the energies of what's going to go on for the month. Then what I'll do is I'll get you some Tarot. We'll try to get you a primary and a secondary message, right? And see what energies are going to affect you for this month. With the secondary messages, usually that will kind of reinforce anything that the first message was trying to say. I also want to thank everybody for sharing, and subscribing, and all the people that have been showing me love and also been patient with me for me uploading videos. Thank you for all your patience. All right. So I'm going to get you a few more cards. I have a new deck here called the Gita Deck. That's from the Bhagavad Gita. That also has some wise words. So I figured I would bring that in. Also, since I have Ganesha here with us now, I figured it would be good to have some good Hindu energy for us. All right. And as I mentioned before, like, share, subscribe. For any of you that haven't, just click the bell, okay, so that you'll be able to know any new messages they put in. All right. So Sagittarius, it looks like this month you're gonna have an effect from Leo. So the Leo energies are gonna affect you, or maybe you may have a person that you know who's a Leo who may have a big effect for you this month. Okay, we have detox your friendships. Okay, that's your angel message. All right, we have transformation. All right, which is a good sign for you, especially since Jupiter is in Aries. Jupiter runs your planet. Right, we have your commitment is being tested. Okay, next we have the antelope spirit. Okay, and then for the Bhagavad Gita, we have pearls on a thread. All right, and I'll read you all these cards here once we get you some tarot. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to get you some tarot. I'm going to get you 4 cards, and then I'm going to get you 4 clarification cards for those 4 to explain what's going on for the month. All right, and then once we get those clarification cards, which we go 2. Once we get those clarification cards, we're able to see more. If we need to further go into clarification, we will. All right. And then from there, I'll try to get you a secondary message. All right. But this message looks like it's going to be wonderful. So first you have the Ace of Swords, you have the 2 of Swords, you have the 9 of Wands, and you have the Empress. All right. Angel Spirit guys, please clarify it for me. So the Ace of Wands. Please give me more clarification for the Ace of Wands. Well, from what I see here, you have a hard decision that you're going to make. Okay, and this hard decision that you're going to make is something, actually, when this came out, it was like this. So this makes a little more sense. So you have a hard decision that you're going to make, but there's something that's going to happen this month that's going to give you a lot of enlightenment, and it's going to basically give the answer for you. Okay, now, you've been going through a lot of different things, and so with this 9 of Wands, you have the wounded warrior kind of thought process, where you're kind of waiting to see what's the next thing that'll go wrong. You've already been dealing with a lot of things, it looks like. And so, with that said, everything's going to work out itself well because of the fact that you've gone through a lot. Okay? And then we have the Page of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. All right, so just looking at the overall energy for this, you have a decision that you're looking to make. All right, Sagittarius. So this card right here is Moon in Libra. All right, and so what this is a decision that you're gonna make that is hard for you to make a choice. Now, because this is a minor arcana card, this isn't a life and death situation. More like the Lovers is a big decision that you have to make. That's a fork in the road that will totally change everything. Every decision that we make in life will change the direction of our life and the trajectory. This is one of those choices that you're going to make that is definitely going to change things, but this is not going to be a big, devastating thing, okay? Most of the time, whenever I see the 2 of Swords, you usually kind of know which decision, but as you see with the person who's blindfolded, they're trying to use their other senses to try to figure this out. They're trying to feel their way through it. They might be trying to hear their way through it. They might, try to see what they smell, but because they're blindfolded, what's in front of them doesn't totally make sense. So they can't really make a lot of sense out of everything. Okay? Now, what's clarifying this is the 6 of Swords. So this decision that you're making makes a lot of sense because if you see this person in the 2 of Swords, they have the river behind them and then the land that's behind them. So if you see in the Six of Swords, they're heading and traveling towards that land behind them. So this decision that you're making is taking you to safer ground. And the thing is, you're kind of caught up in the decision, even though you may already know the answer, you may already know what's best for you. You know, there might be a lot of factors that have been holding you back and kind of slowing you down. But you always want to go with your first mind, go with your instincts, especially you, Sagittarius. You're a very, very intuitive sign. So just take some time and connect to the universe, and you should get some intuition that will kind of help you. But it looks like you are going to be traveling, and you're going to be going on a new trip or a new journey, or possibly getting away from negative energies and heading towards safer ground, just so that you have clarity of mind. And that should help that Two of Swords energy. Right? Now, if you have the Ace of Swords, now the Ace of Swords is a wonderful card. Wonderful card. The Ace of Swords does come at a cost, because what happens is with the Ace of Swords, for you to get this new clarity, for you to get this new vision, for you to get this new win, you always have to kind of go through something. So, you know, the simplest one that I always say is, you know, the stove is hot, and when you put your hand on the stove, the Ace of Swords is that your hand gets burnt, and you know not to put your hand on the stove anymore. So you get wonderful insight, a wonderful thought, which in turn, you had to be strong, and you had to have strong inner strength and strong outer strength to be able to make this decision. You know, there might have been a part of you that was out of control, and this is why we have the lion here. And you decided, you know what, I'm going to go to calmer and safer waters. And this is what made you more calm. This is what made you realize that the king that's within you doesn't like what you're seeing, so you're going to change directions. You're going to go a different route. Now, you see with the sword, it has 6 pieces of yod there. All right, yod is divine, kind of like divine debris that came from the universe, and there's 6 pieces of yod there. So it's letting you know that things are going to be successful. Things are going to be in harmony once you digest this clarity or this new thought or this new process of thinking. Now, as I mentioned before, you may have a Leo who's going to be very helpful to you, who's going to help you get that strength. I'm seeing this kind of double confirmation because also in your oracle cards, they have Leo energy as the energy that's going to help you this month, or it's going to be a big factor to you this month. Okay, so if you have any Leos that you're close to that you think might be able to give some insight to you or want to help you, you know, definitely reach out. You know, these are people, or good people, who always look to help and to be there for you, and they're usually altruistic. Most of the time, people don't realize that their Leos are there to help out and be strong. But if this is a part of your chart, maybe you have some Leo in your chart, you know, look and see. Because right now, Jupiter is in Aries, okay? And Jupiter in Aries is usually anytime that there's a planet in a fire sign or a like sign, it usually has benefits for the other sign. Now, the cool thing about you, Sagittarius, is Jupiter, which is the planet that rules your planet, is actually in Aries, okay? Which is about good luck, which is about expansion. So you're going to have a lot of things that are going to be expanding and transforming right in front of you really, really quickly. And with that same energy, Mars is also in Aries. So because of those 2 planets being there, there's going to be a lot of change for you, and there's going to be a lot of good luck that's coming your way. So there might be some of these changes, sometimes they're a little uncomfortable, but they're for the best version of yourself. Okay? So as I mentioned, we have the 9 of Wands. So the 9 of Wands, this is actually your energy here, Sagittarius. So the 9 of Wands is that energy of you're waiting for the other shoe to drop. You know, you're thinking to yourself, all right, something's going to go down. And especially since you had to make this decision, you're like, you know, I don't know if I don't, you know, we'll just make an example. We'll say that, you know, you decide that you're not going to get a summer job. You're going to go on tour and be a musician. You know, you're making that decision. You're like, all right, so if I stay home, you know, I'm going to do the same monotonous thing. It's going to be the same thing over again. But if I go on tour, there's a possibility that I might meet somebody, that I might meet someone who's going to be able to sign me to a record deal. But what's going to happen? Do you think they're going to kick me out the group? Is my guitar gonna break? Like, you have these thoughts that you're wondering what's the next thing that's gonna happen, because so many things have happened to you already that you're just wounded. The bandage that's around their head, that's a wound to the ego. So you may have had a wound to your ego, or may have had something happen, which is reason for the Ace of Swords. Because as I mentioned before, for you to get the Ace of Swords, there has to be a thought or something that you have to kind of suffer for before you benefit from it. Okay? But the beautiful thing about this here is that you've been working really, really hard on yourself, and you've been really consistent. And the fact that you've been working hard on yourself and you've been really consistent is something that's beneficial to you. So if you're an actor or an artist or something of that nature, this is going to be really great, because you've worked on yourself, and now you've worked on your product. You've worked on your skill. So you've gotten better. When you look at this person, they're working. Each one of these pentacles that they've created is a different skill or a different talent or a different part of them that makes them unique. And they've just individually just been working little by little by little by little. So whether or not this is a spiritual growth for you, or whether or not this is personal growth for you, the fact that you have gone through so much, and the fact that you persevered and you've made it, is just letting you know that it's a testament to you and all your strength and everything that you've worked for. So everything that's coming to you very soon is going to be beneficial. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Pentacles. So this is letting you know there's an opportunity that's coming to you very soon that you'll be able to take advantage of, that may be monetarily beneficial to you, but it will be something that in the 3D you will be able to see the changes. And then underneath that is the Hierophant. So this could be a long-term job that's coming, a new position, something that's of long-term. Could even be a relationship in some cases. All right? Now, Sagittarius, we have the Empress. So the Empress, this is beauty, this is growth. The Empress is represented by Venus. So right now, Venus is in Taurus, which is very comfortable in Taurus. And this is all about your growth of your money. This is about growth of your art. This is about creativity. Okay, in some cases, because we have this clarified by the Ace of Pentacles. In some cases, this could also represent pregnancy, because anytime the Ace is there with an Empress, there could be pregnancy. And then we do have the Hierophant towards the bottom of the deck, but with the two Aces here, I'm thinking this is just more enlightenment, because the Empress is about beauty, Empress is about creativity, about growth. So I'm thinking that this is just more of inspiration that you're getting, because you know that there's a new opportunity that's coming. You've been working really, really hard on yourself, so that when the opportunity comes, you're already prime real estate. So for like some of you, as I mentioned before, it could be a bunch of things. We could switch scenarios. Say you're a martial arts fighter, and you've been working really, really hard on your body. You've been going to the gym, you've been working out, you've been running, you've been doing everything now, right? So when the opportunity comes that there's a fight that comes, or a competition, or an exhibition, you have been doing all the work. So everything that's going to happen is just going to be nothing but growth. That Midas touch. As soon as you get there, everything's going to grow from there. People are going to love you. People are going to want you. You're going to do wonderful in the job, because you've already taken the time to do the work. You also have two eights here. You have the Eight of Pentacles along with the Strength card. So it's telling you that you have some divine answers. You also have two ones here. So that's just letting you know you have divine endings coming. Also, you have divine beginnings starting. Okay? Now, with this energy that you have, things are looking up for you, especially with the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is good luck. This is a new opportunity that's coming to you. That's going to be something that you can put in your hand, something that will grow. It could be a house. This could be an inheritance. This could be, even in some cases you win in the lottery. But this is something that tangibly you will be able to touch, tangibly be able to see. And with this being clarified, the clarifier is the Empress is clarified by that card. This is just telling you that this is something that's coming to you, very beneficial to you. You want to make sure that you take total advantage of it as it comes. Okay? So I'm going to use my Lightseers Tarot. I'm going to get a secondary message here. Well, actually, I'll clarify a little bit here, and then we'll work on the secondary message there. All right? So angels, spirit guides, ancestors, please give me a clear message on why the Two of Swords is here. Why are they indecisive? What does Sagittarius need to know about the indecision of the Two of Swords? Please give me a clear message. Whoop. Now that card jumped straight out. That's hilarious. So the Two of Swords is clarified. by the Two of Swords. There we go. All right. So we have the Two of Swords is clarified by the Two of Swords in the World card. So this is almost like you're coming to an ending, you're coming to a growth where you've learned a lot of lessons. And you've actually had a lot of different people that have been part of your lessons. Usually the World card represents Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and also Leo. So as I mentioned before, you have Leo, which is showing a prominent in your chart. You also have the Empress card, which in some cases can indicate Taurus. But this growth, it's almost like you're not sure that you want to move on to the next level. It's almost like you're afraid to level up. Something is kind of holding you back. Maybe you can see that success, because there are people out there who are afraid of success. So there's a possibility that that might be something that you're afraid of. You're afraid of being successful, and maybe you're afraid of people trying to take advantage of you. So you're waiting for that other shoe to drop, and that is a possibility. But from what I can see, you're about to level up. You've done all the work. And this is why you're heading on that new journey, about to do some new things, because you've done everything that you need in your past timeline. All right? Clarify for me. Please clarify. Why is the Nine of Wands here? Angel, Spirit Guides, please clarify. Why is the Nine of Wands here for Sagittarius? All right. Okay. So definitely clarification for you, because the cards keep jumping out. All right. Let's see. Seven of Swords. All right. So you have been deceived in the past. People have done sneaky things behind your back that you weren't able to predict. And because of this, you're not really sure what people are doing. And I love the conjunction of this, because if you look at this person in the card, they're cutting their eyes to their right. And they're looking sneakily because they can't see everything that's going on. So they're almost like sneaking to look at someone who might be doing something shady in the background. And so you have this Seven of Swords, and somebody had done something sneaky in the background that you weren't aware of. And that's what kind of hurt that ego a little bit. That's the kind of the shot that was taken, because you couldn't see it coming, because of the fact that they were doing it in the dark and doing it sneaky behind your back. So I wouldn't feel bad, okay? At the end of the day, they're going to go for judgment. Okay, whoever it was that did the shadiness, the bottom of the deck, they're going to be judged for it, not you. So you don't have to worry. You're learning the lesson. Okay, this is all part of the growth. Okay, now if you look at the numerology, right, you have the 7, which is divine intervention. 7's a divine intervention. Someone did something behind your back. They're going to be judged for this. Okay, no, I can't make this up. Right underneath the judgment card is justice. Okay, right underneath justice is the transformation death card. Then after that, you have the 10 of Cups, which is going to lead you to happiness and fulfillment. And then after that, we have the Fool. So you also have the World card. So you're going through the cycle normally. Okay, you're having justice already was given. And this is why this person is being judged. This helped you get to this new cycle that you're not really seeing, that you're not really clear about. Okay? This is something that you're not really clear about. Okay? Why aren't you clear on it? Because there was some shadiness that was done behind your back. You couldn't really see it. So this is just like anything, and this is really unique. So I would also say definitely pay attention to the moon cycles, because this gives me strong energy that the moon cycles had a lot to do with this, because of the fact that you really couldn't see what was going on in the background. And so because you couldn't see what was going on in the background, a lot of things that were happening, they were in your benefit, but at the same time, they had to clear out those negative energies. Sometimes those things are in your detriment also. Right? So let's try to get you a secondary message here. Angels, Spirit Guides, please clarify. Give me 4 more cards for a secondary message for Sagittarius. Okay, so far we have, that was going to fall out. So we have the Queen of Cups, the 8 of Wands, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So you have all the good stuff here. All right, and I got 2 more cards here. All right, so at the bottom of the deck is the Queen of Swords. So this is you having to cut out people who did not serve you or things that you didn't like. The Queen of Swords is a very wise person that sometimes they have to cut out people they don't like, or sometimes they have to say no to people when they don't like the outcome of things. But this secondary message is ridiculous. So the first is the Queen of Cups. Right, so Queen of Cups is a compassionate person, very psychic, very intuitive. And you see how she's focused on her cup? She's focused on her emotion. She's focused on her fulfillment. And this person has a good heart. This person is very compassionate and very wise. So this is somebody that everyone wants to be around. And this is somebody that everyone can trust. You have the Eight of Wands, which is quick communication. So quickly, things are going to move. There's going to be a lot of swift changing and a lot of swift movement that's coming. And it's going to be something that either will come to you through text messages or emails. But this is going to be something that's going to come swiftly and quickly. Right? Then we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is wonderful. This is representative of Jupiter energy. All right. Now, as I mentioned to you before, you have the World card that also came up. So the tides are turning in your favor. Okay, your Sagittarius, your planet is ruled by Jupiter, and so the Wheel of Fortune, which is controlled by Jupiter, also is going to be beneficial to you. Things are in your favor. When Jupiter right now is in Aries, that's going to make a lot of good luck for you. Then we have the Sun card. Right, so everything is going to work out well. Things are going to be exposed to you that you weren't aware of before. You're going to have these two opportunities that are going to be glaring to you, especially with the Ace of Pentacles you have. You also have the Empress, which is going to make sure that things grow for you. So you have nothing but positive and promise. Okay, and then this is the best part. You have the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands with the Sun is, so this right here, this energy is, things are so good, I just can't wait for them to come to me. So this person is standing on the dock of the bay, and it's almost like it's almost like, think of it like this. You got a lottery ticket, and you hit the lottery. You know the lottery, number one. But the lottery ticket is in the bottom of this boat. So now you're just waiting for the boat to come. Nobody knows that the lottery ticket's there but you. So you're just waiting because you know that everything is in your favor. Things are going to be remarkably clear. Things are going to be remarkably good. So now you're just taking your time to be patient, just waiting for things to come to you. It's a really good energy there. So you don't have a lot of things to worry about. You actually have some really, really positive energies here. All right? So with this card, your commitment is being tested. First quarter moon. So during the first quarter of this year, you had a lot of work that you put in. And you see with this purple, the energy that's showing on this was something that you took as downloads. So this might have been part of the heartbreak that you had here, or the deception that was happening during the first quarter. All right, but now you're moving towards safer ground. Now you're moving towards stronger commitments and stronger relationships. Okay, we have the Antelope Spirit. Life is speeding up. Okay, now if we don't have more confirmation for that with the Ace of Wands, okay, you have life is speeding up and things are coming to you. And look at this, it's the number 2, okay, which is the divine number transformation. Right, a couple of moments ago, we just was clarifying and showing you have the transformation death card that's coming from the Judgment. Things were moving or working in the background because of the deception that was happening. All right, I mentioned again, Leo is going to be the energy that helps you. So this could be a person that comes in your life that helps you, or this could just be Leo in your chart, or this could just be the stars alignment, how things work out for you. All right, we have detox your friendships. Sagittarius, your abundant flow is being affected by the people with whom you're spending your time. So be disconcerting about the associations and relationships. Choose to be with people who are inspiring, generous, and supportive. Okay? And then the last card we have from the Gita. All right, so this is Pearls on a Thread. And it says, know for certain that whatever is found in this creation arises out of a combination of my material and spiritual energies. I am the origin and dissolution of all. There's nothing beyond me. Everything rests upon me, and the pearls are strung on a thread. So the pearls on the thread is similar to the thought process, as above, so below, as within, as without. So if you're thinking positive thoughts, that's the pearls that's going to be on the thread. So if those positive thoughts come out, that's going to show in your life. That's going to show in your actions. That's going to show in what you do. If you have negative thoughts, then you're going to have negative outcomes. You're going to meet negative people and negative things are going to happen. So you want to make sure you control your own destiny by controlling your thoughts and controlling the manifestations that you have. Go out in nature, take some time to meditate, and I can definitely see that will benefit you. All right? But Sagittarius, it was my pleasure doing this reading. Just want to thank you for your time. If you're still with me, like, share, and subscribe, and click the bell for any new videos. If you're interested in doing a personal reading, check the description box so you can get my personal information and email me. Also, if you're interested in donating, my information in the description box, and that helps me to get new cards. And also helps me to get new things for you to give a better reading. All right? It was my pleasure. Peace. Take care, Sagittarius.